What's up, everybody? My name's Nathan. On this channel, I'm going to be going by Nene. Not just because every YouTuber kind of has a nickname, but people actually do call me Nene in real life, friends and family, basically everybody I know. But this YouTube channel is going to be made for me sharing my life stories, sorta. Maybe sometimes I've smoked weed in the past. Maybe even put up some gaming videos, like funny gaming videos with me and my friends. But for now, it's just going to be life stories because I actually don't have a capture card at the time. But so in this video specifically, I'm going to be talking about my first time, my experience smoking weed. I'm also going to be giving you guys like maybe some helpful tips for it, maybe help you guys like be more relaxed about it, because I know a lot of you are probably going video to video, like worrying about what it's going to be like, and I just kind of want to help you guys out with that if I can. But anyways, let's get into it. So to start off, I'm just going to go ahead and say that this video is also going to include 2 weeks beforehand, because that's actually when I first got involved with weed. However, I never smoked it, and you guys are going to understand why that is in just a sec. Okay, so me and my best friend, this was last year, by the way, when I was a junior. I'm now a senior. Anyways, me and my best friend, we were on the bus. We've been talking about weed for a while. We were really interested in it, and we just wanted to, like, I don't know, try it. And it was the perfect. We had the perfect opportunity for doing so. It was a Friday afternoon. We were both losers. We didn't have a job, no girlfriends or anything. I mean, so yeah, we were just like, all right, now's the time to do it. So we were gonna get off at this guy, like he was kind of a friend, but he's just this huge stoner on our bus. He's a big douchebag. And anyways, so we got off at a stop, and I just kind of walked up to him with my friend, and I was just like, all right, yo, dude, can we get some bud? And he's like, oh man, no way, dude, you two guys. And so what I kind of expected to happen was that we were going to like go over to his house, get the stuff, I guess joints, because I didn't know that there were like pipes and shit. I'm stupid. I was stupid. I'm still stupid. But anyway, so we went over there, and it wasn't like what I was expecting. We didn't just get the stuff and go. We got there. We sat for like an hour and 30 minutes at his house, just doing nothing, kind of like trying to like nudge him, like, hey, dude, yeah, so can we get that weed? And he's like, oh, dude, yeah, we'll get in a little bit. Let's like shoot my BB gun for a little bit and like stupid shit. Let's play Xbox. He's like, oh my god. Anyways, so eventually what happened was, so at this point in time, I think it was about, it must have been like 4:30, and at the time I had this like sort of martial arts class at 6:15. That's when it started. So I knew I wasn't gonna be able to smoke. We had to actually go out to town to get the stuff and then we could smoke. And I knew I wasn't gonna have that much time. So I was kind of like, all right, you go and you guys go, and they were gonna go with this senior to some stores. They were gonna get my best friend a piece, and they were gonna get like a small amount of weed, and those two were gonna smoke it. So I ended up actually not going to the class. I don't know why my mom couldn't drive me. But so at like 8 o'clock, I was kind of losing it, guys. I was at home for like 3 hours just kind of worrying about him, my best friend. I was like, oh my god, because I'd never experienced weed before. I didn't know I didn't know what it was about, like what it was like. Um, so I was worried, and I was like thinking in my head like, oh my god, the cops probably got him. He's dead. Oh my god, he probably got in the car with somebody and they're both dead. But no, he was fine. They ended up smoking right next to my school, which sounds really stupid, and honestly, it is really stupid. You don't smoke on school grounds. That's retarded. But they did that, and then they crossed this the highway that's near my school, and they ended up going to Taco Bell, and then they just sat in there for a while, and they walked all the way back, which to my house from that, like from the school and Taco Bell, that's like like an hour 30 minutes. Not my house, sorry guys, but to his house actually. And anyways, so they did that, and I called him up, and I was like, dude, what's happening? This is at 8 o'clock. And so he was like, dude, yeah, man, it was so weird. Like, he talked about how it wasn't as fun as he thought, because like he's with this douchebag who he didn't really like we didn't really like. So no one wants to spend their first time doing that. They want to be with their best friends and stuff, you know. But so he was with him, and he said it was crazy. But anyway, so he was sitting like on a trail near his house, and he was just kind of relaxing, like letting it kind of like fade away, like the high, I guess. And so I was losing it, but anyways, he was completely fine. And so now I'm gonna get into me actually smoking for my first time. Alright guys, so now we're gonna start talking about my actual first time. So my friends and I, we commonly had sleepovers. We still do, but I was at his house. We stayed outside for that night. We stayed out in our Enos. Excuse me. We stayed out in our Enos, and at 2 a.m. like we had a little pipe. We had a little like a little amount of weed, and it was gonna be my best friend, his brother, and I, and it was just gonna be us three, and we were gonna go out and smoke. And so my best friend had only done it one other time, and that was the time I just talked about, and it was gonna be me and his little brother's first time. And so let me be honest, guys, it was probably like one of the scariest moments of my life. I'm a little bitch, so that definitely affected me a lot. I know for a lot of you, you're probably gonna be really nervous about it too. And I mean, it's completely okay to be nervous about that. Like, I had never smoked anything in my life, and I was worried about taking a drug. Like, that sounds insane. And I know a lot of you guys have probably smoked weed and you're just looking for like an interesting video. So you guys know what I'm talking about. But so it's 2 a.m. and we go out. We leave the house. His parents are asleep. We're fine. We're not really worried about that. But we go out to these tennis courts near our house, and we go to the side of the tennis court, so we're not actually in it. But it's surrounded by woods. You can see us the street that we had to cross to get there. It's probably 200 feet away, so we were good. There were some houses around like through the woods, but they were really far away. So like I said, we were fine. Anyways, so I think my friend who already had done it, he basically he thought he was a professional because he's like, oh man, yeah, I'm the only person who's ever done it. So you know, I'll do it first. I'll show you guys what's up. Which I mean, he did have to show us, but he thought he was a pro. But anyways, so I think he took the first hit. He showed us what to do, and I was going second, and then his little brother was going third. So he handed me it, and I took the lighter because at the time I was like, oh my god, if you have to light it for me, then that means I'm a little bitch, and I'm not gonna be a little bitch. I'm gonna be a tough nay, a tough nay nay. But so I took it, and he told me like you have to dip it in, you have to dip the lighter in to the weed, or like in the bowl. So you light it, and you suck, and that thing, the light or the little flame dips down. You put your finger over the carb, which is a little hole in the side of the bowl, and you just suck, and then you're gonna fill your lungs filled with smoke. You're gonna fill your throat filled with smoke, and I'll tell you guys something. That first hit was so good. Like I took it and I breathed in, and then I breathed it in for probably about, I'd say like 5 seconds or something. And I mean, I took the hit, and then I just breathed it out. I don't know. It was completely fine. I was like, oh my god, this is what weed's like. It's not even that hard. Like, I know it smells weird. It kind of tastes like kind of nasty, but it worked out very well for that first hit. And then after that, it just went downhill. Yeah, my mouth, you get cotton mouth where your mouth just gets all dry, and it's awful, guys. I gotta tell you, it really, really, really sucks. But that happened. My throat started to feel like shit. It felt like there was like a little flame in my throat just going on the entire time for like the rest of the night. And honestly, guys, I didn't really get that high at all. Like, I felt like I got pretty buzzed. Yeah, I know that sounds really douchey, but I feel like I got pretty buzzed. Um, but I definitely didn't get high. Like, there's definitely the next time and the time after that. I found out what being high was like, but right then I just wasn't. I mean, we still messed around. I know my one friend who did it 2 weeks before. He was definitely high, but me and his younger brother, and he was a sophomore at the time, so we were good friends too. But we've talked about it afterward. We talked about it afterwards, and we both were not that high at all. But anyways, we went back. We hid all the stuff in his garage, and then we just stayed and slept back out in the Eno or in the Enos. And so that was my first time. Now I kind of want to talk like maybe some tips and stuff for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are probably watching this and you're like, oh my god, I'm just so nervous about this. You're thinking about doing it soon, and let me tell you, it's just weed. Like, I know it's a drug. You probably learned in health class like, oh, it's so bad. Like, this stuff can kill you. Inject one marijuana and your heart drops. You're dead. No, you're gonna be fine. It's just weed. Like, honestly, because it's so weird how in America, like, alcohol is seen as like the okay thing to do, but weed isn't. And I can tell you for a fact, alcohol is much worse for you, both in the short term and the long term. But if you do, I'm just saying, if you do smoke weed a lot at a young age, like under the age of 25, while your brain is still developing, you are going to become just the overall slower and kind honestly dumber person. It will lower your IQ, and there's also a chance that it could possibly make you more infertile or something like that. My doctor told me that. But yeah, so you just gotta be careful about it. But anyways, so if you're thinking about doing it, you're probably gonna want to get a piece. And let me tell you, if you're young, you're probably not gonna be able to get one that easily. Unless you're getting it from like your drug dealer. Your drug dealer would probably be able to get it for you, but if you're young and you're getting it from another guy who's also young, like I'm talking like a young teenager, I don't know, maybe 13 or 14, 15, it's probably going to be pretty hard for you to get a piece. So this is stupid. I mean, it's not stupid. It's just you can do it. It's not as good. It honestly isn't as good. Like, because you're not using actual glass material where the smoke is going to go right through it. It can get out of little holes and stuff, and it's just, you want to actually have a piece. But anyways, you can do makeshift bongs and pipes and stuff. You can do that with Gatorade bottles. I know are really common. If you're looking for the easiest way out, you can do a Coke can or a soda can, if any type. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be Coke. But all you have to do, just if you guys are trying to do this, if you're looking for an easy way to smoke, take a Coke can. You bend the one of the sides in, and you make it so that's kind of like a little not hole, but like a little indent, so you could rest the weed on that. When you're gonna hold it sideways, by the way, so you can rest the weed on that. You would take a knife and you cut a little slit, and that's where you're gonna put the weed on top of. It has to be a small slit, not big enough so that it could fall through, but small enough so that there's definitely a hole there, and you can light it, and you can breathe it in, and you're gonna breathe it in through like the regular mouthpiece. And then you can also make a carb on the side. You can use that. If you don't know about a carb, you can look it up because I don't want to explain it. But yeah, you can do that, and you're not like, honestly, it's gonna take more weed to get high. You're gonna have to do more, I guess, with that. I don't know why. I don't really know the details why that is, but it just is. Anyways, you're gonna want to, like, when you do it, you have to remember, because you're gonna be nervous, and I was nervous, and that's okay. It's understandable. But you can be nervous about it, but make it like a good sort of nervous. So you're nervous, but you're excited. You want to not have to worry really that much, and to not worry, you want to have like a good setting. You want to be with good people. Like when I did it, I was nervous, but I was with like two of my really good friends, so that took the edge off of it a lot. You want to be outdoors. I would say for your first time, you don't want to be inside. You don't have to worry about the smell. If you're a guy, I mean, even if you're a girl, I commonly, whenever we're outdoors, I'll take my shirt off. I'm really stupid and paranoid about that, but I'll take my shirt off so the smell doesn't get on me. And you just put it aside. I mean, if you're with your good friends, I mean, if you're with anybody, it shouldn't be a big deal. And if anybody's complaining about that, they're just a little bitch. But like, yeah, you can take your shirt off and that smell won't get on you. You want to do it away from society. You want to do it like out in the woods somewhere. If you're not near woods, I'm not sure what you want to do. I mean, actually, if you do it in a room, there's also the wet towel trick. You can put it in the creases of doors. A wet towel, that'll be really good for blocking the smoke out. After that, you're obviously going to want to wash the towel, but usually that does a pretty good job. But just be out there, be with your friends, and just remember, like, it's a fun thing to do. You can't be like worried, like, oh my god, it's a drug, it's gonna kill me. You have to think like with a positive mindset. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna have a good time. not have to worry about anything. It's gonna take the edge off everything. Like that's what it's for. That's what people smoke it for. They don't smoke it just to be worried. So yeah, I hope this video kind of helped people out. If you'd like to see more of these videos, please give it a like, subscribe. I'm hopefully going to be doing more of these. I think the next video I'll do is probably like a I don't know, maybe highest time ever, just interesting weed stories. I'm going to be sharing like practically all the times, not all the times, but all the interesting times that I smoked weed, and I'm going to tell you guys all about it, share you guys maybe some other stories. And I do want to give a shout out. There's the guy on YouTube like Luna. I've watched a lot of his videos. That's kind of where I got this idea from, guys. So shout out to him, because his videos are pretty awesome. He seems like a really chill dude. So definitely watch that. You're on his channel. You're probably going to be seeing a lot more higher quality, more interesting videos, because this guy has a crazy life where I'm just kind of like your average Joe. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.